performance appraisal process really start the day after you set the goals for your employees, because you want to be tracking the employees' performance like over a period, whether you do monthly check-ins or weekly check-ins, bi-weekly check-ins. All those are opportunities for you to take notes and keep a track of how your employees are doing. So when it's come to the actual performance review, if some organization have it at the year end, you look at it more holistically as opposed to just what happened in the last 2 months or last 3 months or the last month. Because there's tendency that people skew towards the most recent accomplishments as opposed to throughout the year. So I think I agree with Shanak about it's a very involving process which we often overlook, but we should pay more attention to it. Some quick high level ways of that I operate, right? Might not work for everybody. I actually have a spreadsheet like with my own performance objectives and development plan. I kind of revisit that and update it on a certain frequency. I have like time set up in the calendar to do that. And also like when you do a job, like you get these emails, right, from time to time around like your accomplishment. You send out emails on certain things you accomplish. I keep a copy of that on a certain folder so I don't have to go through all of that at the end of the year. So I try to document as much as or maintain documentation around some evidence, right, of my accomplishments. So it's become easier for me to articulate that when the performance reviews come.
Yeah, that's a very good point. That note section, I call it brag list. Because as a leader, I actually support everyone to market themselves, right? If they rely on leaders saying, "Oh, my leader knows how I did," and then put a lethargic job at writing a performance review or self review, then it's not going to end well, right? So it is important as an employee always keep a brag list. I know it goes against our upbringings, right? We don't want to brag about what we did, but in performance appraisals it matters because sometimes leaders only remember the last thing that happened, right? It could be a mistake, right?
Yeah.
Another point that I want to mention is turn the mistakes into learnings, right? When they're writing self review, maybe address it, saying, I made this mistake, but it taught me a lot of lessons, and I'm practicing this to avoid that happening in the future. Like if you're really in a bit of a trouble for the performance review.